Hello friends. Welcome to Study Time. Today current affairs for competitive exams 2021. First uncrewed mission of Gaganyaan Index. ISRO will launch the first uncrewed mission in December 2021 as part of the human spaceflight program Gaganyaan. The objective of the Gaganyaan program is to demonstrate the capability to send humans to low Earth orbit on board an Indian launch vehicle and bring them back to Earth safely. ISRO's heavy lift launcher GSLV Mark III has been identified for the mission. Shatrujit Brigade conducts airborne exercise. The Shatrujit Brigade of the Indian Army on the 27th of June 2021 conducted Maru Strike, an airborne exercise to validate its rapid response capability. The exercise was preceded by a series of intense preparation involving joint planning and integration between the Indian Army and Indian Air Force elements taking part in the exercise. Black Sea military drill starts. Ukraine and the US started a military exercise involving more than 30 countries in the Black Sea and southern Ukraine on the 28th of June 2021, despite Russian calls to cancel it. Sea Breeze 2021 will last 2 weeks and involve about 5,000 military personnel from NATO and other allies, and around 30 ships and 40 aircraft. US missile destroyer USS Ross and the US Marine Corps will take part in it. DRDO successfully test fires Agni Prime. India successfully carried out the test firing of a new missile of the Agni series known as Agni Prime off the coast of Orissa on the 28th of June 2021. The new nuclear-capable missile is fully made up of composite material and it was a textbook launch. It is a canisterized missile with a range capability between 1,000 and 2,000 kilometers. Red Bull's Verstappen wins Styrian GP. Max Verstappen dominated the Styrian Grand Prix on the 27th of June 2021 to win back-to-back races for the first time in his career. Hamilton's teammate Valtteri Bottas finished third ahead of Sergio Perez as Red Bull and Mercedes occupied the top 4 places once more. It was Verstappen's 14th career win and 4th of the season. A race win is worth 25 points. Scientists find Neanderthal ancestor. Scientists have discovered a new kind of early human in Israel after studying pieces of fossilized bone dug up at a site used by a cement plant in central Israel. Researchers from Tel Aviv University and the Hebrew University of Jerusalem found pieces of a skull and lower jaw with teeth dating back 130,000 years. The fossil discovered has been named Nasher Ramla Homo. Navi Nifty 50 Index Fund launched. Navi Mutual Fund, part of Sachin Bansal's BFSI Group Navi, has announced the launch of the Navi Nifty 50 Index Fund. It is an open-ended equity scheme which will replicate the Nifty 50 index, with the lowest cost compared to any other index schemes in the passive funds category. The 10-day NFO will open on the 3rd of July and close for subscriptions on the 12th of July 2021. Maruti Suzuki expands subscription services. Maruti Suzuki India has expanded its vehicle subscription services to 4 more cities: Jaipur, Indore, Mangalore, and Mysore, taking the total number to 19 cities. It has partnered with 3 subscription partners, namely Aurochs Auto Infrastructure Services Ltd, Aurochs, ALD Automotive India, ALD Automotive, and Miles Automotive Technologies PVT Ltd, Miles, for its subscription service. Attorney General K.K. Venugopal term extended. The central government has extended the tenure of Attorney General K.K. Venugopal by 1 more year till June 30, 2022. In 2020, his tenure was already extended by 1 year. Venugopal was appointed as AG on July 1, 2017. He took over as the 15th Attorney General of India after former AG Mukul Rohatgi resigned. India's bank credit to GDP ratio rises to 56%. The bank credit to GDP ratio rose to a 5-year high of 56.075% in 2020, according to the latest data from the Bank for International Settlements. The total outstanding bank credit stood at $1.52 TRN in the country in 2020. As against this, the ratio for the other 4 BRICS members stood at the following: China 161.75%, Russia 88.12%, Brazil 50.8%, and South Africa 40.1%. NSDC and WhatsApp launch a program. The National Skill Development Corporation (NSDC) and WhatsApp have announced an alliance to launch the Digital Skill Champions program. It aims to train India's youth on digital skills to make them employment ready. Through this program, school and university students would be coached to imbibe digital and online skills that would culminate with Digital Skill Champions certification. Jio and Google Cloud to collaborate. Reliance Jio Infocom Limited, Jio, a subsidiary of Reliance Industries Limited, RIL, and Google Cloud will collaborate. The goal is to power 5G in enterprise and consumer segments nationwide. Google Cloud will provide a complete end-to-end cloud offering for fully automated lifecycle management of Jio's 5G network and services. Suresh N. Patel to act as CVC. Vigilance Commissioner Suresh N. Patel will act as the Central Vigilance Commissioner (CVC) in the Central Vigilance Commission. The appointment was necessitated after Sanjay Kothari completed his term as the chief. The commission is headed by the CVC and can have a maximum of 2 vigilance commissioners. There is a vacancy of 1 more vigilance commissioner, in addition to Patel. World Bank sanctions loan for Kerala. 2 years after sanctioning assistance of $250 million United States dollars for the first phase of the Rebuild Kerala Initiative (RKI), the World Bank approved $125 million United States dollars assistance for the second phase, in June 2021. The loan will be under the Program for Results Financing Scheme, which means the amount will be sanctioned for specific development projects approved by independent evaluators. INRA lowers FY22 GDP growth forecast to 9.6%. India Ratings and Research's INRA earlier estimate of GDP growth at 10.1% for the current financial year, FY22, is unlikely to hold due to the speed and scale of COVID 2.0. It now expects GDP growth to come in at 9.6% in FY22. It expects agricultural growth to come in at 3% in FY22. It also expects average retail and wholesale inflation to come in at 5.5% and 6.6% respectively in FY22. JSCA, SAIL BSL Inc. More. Jharkhand State Cricket Association (JSCA) has signed a lease agreement with SAIL Bokaro Steel Plant (BSL) for the construction of Jharkhand's third international cricket stadium. Bokaro will become the third city in Jharkhand after Jamshedpur and Ranchi to feature in international cricket map once the stadium is ready. It will also be the first stadium to be constructed in SAIL Township. IOA with MyGov to organize a quiz. In light of the upcoming Olympics, a quiz is being organized by the Sports Authority of India and the Indian Olympic Association in collaboration with the MyGov platform. Participants will be required to answer 10 questions within a span of 120 seconds. This quiz will be based on the past and current Olympics and athletes. The quiz is open till the 22nd of July. HDFC Bank approves shares under ESOP scheme. HDFC Bank has allotted 51,520 equity shares to the employees of the bank pursuant to exercise of options under its Employees Stock Option Scheme (ESOS). The paid-up share capital of the bank will accordingly increase from ₹5 52.40 67,578 equity shares of ₹3.1 each to ₹5 52 67 19,098 equity shares of ₹3.1 each. It will also pick up a stake worth 6.9 crore rupees in Borderless Softech. Commercial launch of 2DG announced. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories has announced the commercial launch of 2-deoxy-D-glucose 2DG. It is a medicine developed by the DRDO for the treatment of COVID-19 patients. 2DG has a purity of 99.5% and is being sold commercially under the brand name 2DGTM. The maximum retail price (MRP) of each sachet has been fixed at Rs. 990, with a subsidized rate offered to government institutions. EAMS Jayashankar reaches Italy. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jayashankar reached Italy on the 28th of June 2021 on the second leg of his two-nation visit. He will attend the G20 ministerial meetings in Italy. Since December 2020, Italy holds the presidency of the G20. The Foreign Affairs Ministers' meeting is one of the ministerial meetings organized as part of the G20 Leaders Summit 2021. NTPC declares its Energy Compact goals. NTPC Limited, India's largest power generating company under the Ministry of Power, has become the first energy company to declare its Energy Compact goals as part of UN High-Level Dialogue on Energy (HLDE). NTPC has set a target to install 60 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2032. India's largest power producer is also aiming at 10% reduction in net energy intensity by 2032. Deepika Kumari bags 3 gold medals. In archery, India's Deepika Kumari defeated Russia's Elena Osipova 6-0 in the final of the women's individual recurve event on the 27th of June, 21. She completed a hat-trick of gold medals in one day at the World Cup Stage 3 in Paris. She was also a part of the mixed recurve event and women's recurve team winning gold medal. In the mixed recurve team event, Atinu Das and Deepika Kumari won a gold. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyays birth anniversary. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyays' 183rd birth anniversary was observed on the 27th of June 2021. The great novelist and poet was the composer of our national song Vande Mataram. Often addressed as Sahitya Samrat, Bankim Chatterjee has written 13 novels and several other works which contributed towards a literary renaissance in Bengal. Rajnath Singh to inaugurate 63 bridges. From Kungyam village in eastern Ladakh, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will virtually inaugurate 63 bridges on the 28th of June 2021. The bridges have been built by Border Roads Organisation (BRO) in 8 states across the country. Amongst the bridges, 11 are in Ladakh, 4 in J&K, 3 in Himachal Pradesh, 6 in Uttarakhand, 8 in Sikkim, 29 in Arunachal Pradesh and 1 each in Nagaland and Manipur. Foreign Secretary to address UNSC debate. Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla will address the United Nations Security Council (UNSC) high-level open debate on children and armed conflict on the 28th of June 2021 through video conferencing. The debate will be chaired by the President of Estonia Ms. Kastikal Julet. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres and Executive Director of UNICEF Ms. Henrietta Fore will also address the debate. The end. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, comment and subscribe.